Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Wrestling Therapy. I am Wasuji, and I am back with Speaking with Shaw. Hello.
Hello. I know y'all missed me. I know y'all always miss me. Like, come on now. I'm missable. Say that. So hi. I'm so happy to be back. I'm one of your faves. So we might as well, get this joint
Yes,
started.
some things happened last time. Um, we have progressed towards Crown Jewel, but let's talk about Raw because I thought this was probably one of the best Raws they've had in a while. And it didn't end with division, so I was even
You
happier
think
with that. What did you
it
think of it?
started with division? You know where I was going to start at. Yeah, I was going to say that. It started with division.
Well, it started with Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns started it all, technically.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Bronson Reed came out and they really trying to pipe up the mic skills. They really are. They trying to get them joints going. And it was like, I don't know how I felt about it last night. I felt okay. I didn't think it was like one of the best. I think it's like the same matches recycled over and over and over again.
Okay, interesting. I looked at it. I looked at it very differently. I looked at the
How'd you
match.
look at it?
I looked at the match quality. Um, for example, Becky versus Maxine. That was
I
Maxine's.
like that one. That was good.
That was Maxine's best match.
It was.
And like, I'm a person. I do understand it's about the story, but I like match quality as well. For me, because like I said, I thought the six man was pretty good with AJ and Penta
Penta. I
and
thought that
Dragon
was
Lee.
good too.
Hmm?
I agree. I think it was good too.
And hell, the main event was pretty good too. The main event we had CM Punk and LA Knight teaming up against the Usos, which the Usos lost that match. Jey Uso took the pin. I thought it was a pretty good match, considering it wasn't Braun Breaker or anybody in the division.
Thank goodness. No more tsunamis. And I think they're building it up for the Usos and Roman to break up, but they always break up. I feel like they just in a bad marriage. I don't know if you watched my video last night when I was talking about it. I just was like, oh my God, they're in a toxic marriage. It's like they get together, they break up, they get together, they break up, they get together, they break up. Because I feel like Jimmy is gonna be outcasted. And because he keeps saying, oh yeah, he acting like Roman. That's what he said before Roman came back. And then Roman came back, he was like, why is it a bad thing to be like me? And he didn't say nothing. I'm just like, this is like slowly, building itself up. And it kind of like I like when they build it like that. Like even the whole Kyrie and Asuka versus Rhea and Io, I like the whole build up with that. So I feel like Kyrie's gonna turn on Asuka and then be back on the side of Io because she's just so confused. I even like how she like so confused. Like I like that. I like it.
Yeah. Even like even back to the Roman thing, it's Roman's kind of like the devil on Jey Uso's shoulders, and it's like he's trying to push Jay, and I see what they're doing, and I feel like ultimately it's going to be a situation where they kind of kick Jimmy out in a way where it's like, well,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you because if you look, Jay took the pin last night. It wasn't Jimmy. Jay didn't even want to be in a tag match, which could also propel further. But like Jay's like, man, I'm doing these tag matches and we losing. You got me pinned by LA Knight, and now I gotta go get him again. And like I could see that being a catalyst for Jimmy getting ousted. What do you think?
I can agree with that. I feel like Jay has been like really frustrated like the last couple of weeks, and I feel like Jimmy's trying to play peacemaker, but I think it is, especially since Roman is kind of like back a little bit. But you know, he's like a Brock Lesnar, like a special attraction at this point. But I feel like I can see them kicking Jimmy out, but then like, where does that leave him? Is my question. But I guess he would just kind of float wherever he got to float.
I feel like if you did that, that's kind of one way to write Jimmy off so he could spend time with Trinity without doing an
Mm-hmm.
without doing an injury angle. He could be like, you know what, fuck this, y'all figure it out, and then
Mm-hmm.
once her her and the baby are good and all that stuff, he'll probably come back and we'll see where Jay is at that point.
That makes sense, especially because like I don't know when she do, but I feel like it's kind of going fast. You know what I mean? So I think she'll have the baby soon. And I know he probably would definitely want to be home.
Yeah, so I could definitely see them. That's maybe going into WrestleMania season. Jay tries to do this Roman type run or something like that. Um, hell, Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman thing was very interesting yesterday.
I think it's setting us up for him to lose.
Seth or Cody?
Mm-hmm.
Why you say that?
Mm-hmm. I think because like he has never ever went back and forth with himself about any competitor. You know, he'd be like, I'm about to beat him up, I'm about to beat him up, I'm about to fight him. Like it, but like every kind of like promo or like vignette or whatever you want to call it, he always was like, well, what if I lose? What if I lose? What if I lose? And I think the only way, like right now, I don't think it makes sense for him to lose because of the way Paul Heyman was like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna lose respect from these people, division, yada yada," and they want to keep building up the vision. I don't foresee them like. I don't foresee Seth taking a pin against Cody, but I do think that the way that they're setting it up, if he was to lose, they already built it up for him to lose. What you think?
I see what you're saying. Okay, I get what you're saying. I feel like this is that question gets two answers because it's like, what do you think WWE will do? Is probably Cody win because they love Cody. What I think they should do is have Seth win. Um, Seth needs to win badly just to help solidify and uplift that world title. And there's an element that hasn't been talked about, and that's Brock Lesnar. Who does Seth Rollins knows that knows Brock Lesnar? Paul Heyman. Who did Brock Lesnar just recently did a thing with? Paul Heyman. I could see a situation.
Yeah, because he's like, we gotta talk and stuff, and him come back and interrupt the match, and I could see that.
I could definitely see Brock Lesnar interfering in this match, which makes further set up for War Games. Let's see. We had Io versus Kyrie. I thought that was a pretty good match. I thought that was a really good match. What did you think of it?
Yeah, I think it was a good. I think they both are great wrestlers. Like I said, I think that Kyrie is gonna turn on Asuka though. Maybe a crown jewel.
I think they'll probably wait until after Survivor Series because they're probably going to have them involved in the women's War
You think?
Games.
That makes sense.
Let's see what else we had. We had Lyra versus Roxanne. That's a repeat, but I thought the match itself was pretty good.
I'm tired of the Judgment Day.
Okay, let me ask you
Let
a
me
question.
explain.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
What is it you look for out of a episode of Raw or NXT or whatever you watch, what is it that you take away that you want to see out of a show?
I like the storytelling. Like I like the match quality too, but I like the storytelling behind it. And I just feel like with the Judgment Day, there's not a lot of storytelling. I feel like it's just we're randomly just fighting each other. Dominic Mysterio, I feel like he has more of a story because he's Dirty Dom and he has like, that whole persona. But I feel like specifically with the Judgment Day, and I think this is why it kind of loses me sometimes with like the storytelling. I don't think there's a lot of story behind it. I think we're just randomly having Roxanne and Raquel. We just pick one out the hat every week to fight somebody. And I think for me, that just is just like so random versus like the storytelling behind, even though I hate the vision, right? The Seth Rollins portion of it. Him trying to like go against Cody, and both of them are like big this, big that, like that whole story behind that, like, or even thinking about Brock Lesnar bringing that in. I like the story behind it, or the Kyrie and Asuka versus Io and Rhea, and that whole thing that had to build up to that. I like the story that built up to that, and Jay's frustration is building, and you know what I mean. Just the story behind it. I like the match quality too. Don't get me wrong, because I hate watching trash matches. I hate watching matches that's like this. Even the Maxine Dupree match against Becky Lynch, the storytelling was very short, when she was like, do not bring Tozawa in this or whatever. But I thought that they were going to have Maxine have this really great match and then they were going to have her lose. But then they ended up having her win. And I said, oh, this is great because this is going to be able to continue on the story. Her, like the whole thing. So what I look for is how are we going to build this up? Either to end the feud or to keep the feud going. To be able to say, I can't wait till next week to see what this is going to be. So that's kind of what I look for when I'm watching wrestling, is like the story behind it. Because I just think sometimes in this whole Netflix era, they just kind of just throw things together. Oh, these are the hot potatoes of the week, so let's just put them together. Even when they built up Jay, if you watch WWE Unreal, literally Jay wasn't even supposed to be the person that won that title. But he was like literally every week building momentum, building momentum, building momentum. And that's why they put him as the champion. So that's kind of what I look for, is mainly like, can it evoke some type of emotion? Like what story are they telling? What story do they want me to come up with? What story do they want me to talk about on the Wrestling Therapy podcast? You know what I mean? So like that's what I look for.
Okay. And I feel like we as wrestling fans, that's a question we should always ask other wrestling fans, because everybody looks for something different. And that's the beauty of wrestling. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
there's some
That's
people,
true.
they are strictly match quality. Okay. Some people strictly storytelling, the entertainment, the atmosphere of it all. And that's, we like wrestling for whatever it is. I think my only pushback on what you said about the Judgment Day and no storytelling, I believe the biggest issue is that Liv got hurt, which threw off what they was probably going to do. Because if you remember, it was Finn looking at Dom's Intercontinental title and pitting Roxanne
Mm-hmm.
and Dom with each other to cause a wedge between him and Liv. But with Liv being injured, it kind of fucked up the plan that they had. And I think once Liv returns, they may re-explore that. But speaking of Raw, next week's Raw, we have Penta versus the greatest intercontinental champion
You're
ever,
frozen.
two-belt champion,
Okay, it's
and
reconnecting.
also AAA Mega
Sorry, little technical
Campeon,
difficulties with
Dirty
reconnecting.
Dominic Mysterio
It
will
says
bravely
it's
defend his
frozen.
title
Mm-hmm.
against Penta. And we have Bailey and Lyra teaming up against the Judgment Day. I know you could be excited for that match. Before we get to Crown Jewel, do you want to play a game?
Sure.
I cannot hear you.
You are frozen.
I cannot hear
Can you hear me
you
now?
for anything.
You
Cool.
hear me?
Now I can hear you. Okay, so I am going to give
Okay,
you.
because you were kind of like
Yes, I
frozen a
can hear you
little bit
now.
on my end.
Can you hear me?
Okay. I can't. You were like a little frozen on my end, but I can hear you now.
Okay. I am going to give you 5 champions, and you're to tell me who do you think would be dethroned? Would dethrone that champion? Are you ready?
Okay. I'm ready.
All right. The first one is Julia, the Women's United States Champion.
I think anybody can dethrone her, honestly. They don't even be using that belt. Okay, we are having technical difficulties, but he shall be back. I will tell you what I think about Julia. They don't take the United States champion as the same as they do as the men. The United States champion used to be a workhorse. Remember when John Cena used to like do the US Open Challenge, and now Sami Zayn is doing it, and I'm just like, ugh, I'm not a fan of the Sami Zayn. But I think anybody can dethrone Julia. You ask me. Y'all like my new hair too? Mm-hmm. She's eating. Follow me on TikTok at Speaking with Shut. I talk about this every Monday. Today's Tuesday. Tuesday, I don't talk about anything because I can't watch NXT in real time. Wednesday, I talk about AEW Dynamite. Friday, I talk about what else do I talk about? Friday Night SmackDown.
I apparently lost internet. I guess that's always fun.
Yeah, I was still talking to them. You know, I like to keep a little thing going.
I appreciate
You
you,
said,
Julia.
of of course. I said anybody can dethrone her because they don't even use that title for real. They don't even really even consider it, I think, as one of the higher belts. I feel like when do we ever see her? We see her wrestle like maybe twice, 3 times. So anybody.
Okay,
I'm open for anybody.
Cody, Cody Rhodes.
And somebody that's active right now on the roster.
Yeah, who you think is the person that will beat Cody for that title?
Um, the only person I can see him actively put over, I would say Gunther, but he's out. And I would want to say Braun Breaker, but I can see him beating Seth Rollins before I could see him beating Cody.
Okay,
Whenever they want to break up the division.
who knows what that was down. Okay, the Raw Tag Team Championships held by the Judgment Day.
Anybody else? I think that what other tag teams are on Raw
You got the
besides
New
the New
Day.
Day?
You got the New Day. You got Braun and
Besides the New Day.
Bronson. Um, you have the Creed brothers, LWO, the War Raiders. Technically Alpha Academy with Otis, and
The only
that's
people I
about
could
it.
see that the probably the Bronze. I think that I could see them beating them, and then kind of how the Judgment has all the gold. I could see them moving that gold over to the Vision.
I agree with that 100%. All right, number 4, the SmackDown Tag Titles held by the Wyatts.
I want to say the Street Profits, but I feel like they're moving them to break up. I feel like they're gonna be breaking up soon.
How do you feel
I
about
would
that?
like to say the Street Profits, but I think they're gonna be breaking up.
How do you feel about that?
You know, I've been telling them to break them up. I want Montez Ford to get a independent singles run. You know, I've been saying that. How many episodes ago? I think I throw it in a little sprinkle of it in every episode. Like I want him, I want them to break up. I don't want them to break up like beat each other up, break up. I just want him to have his own run. I think Dawkins is cool with just being tag team, but I think Montez, your wife is Bianca Belair. I know you don't want to just be a tag team person. No way. No way. Even if you're successful at it, you're gonna want your own run. That's it.
I mean, JBL and Farouk did it. JBL, JBL
That's
went
what I'm
about
saying.
did his own thing, became a multi-time WWE champion. Yeah, I get it. Montez Ford
Jimmy
has
and Jay.
Jimmy and Jay. True, true. Montez Ford has the charisma. He could talk on the mic. He has the athletic ability. He has what WWE would want as the champion.
Yet they keep slotting him in the tag team championship
And and
matches.
and, and let's that's no disrespect to Dawkins because I believe Dawkins can be a champion as well because people like to praise Ford but shade Dawkins, but let's not act like Dawkins hasn't gotten better in the ring as well.
He has. He has gotten so much better in the ring. I just think that I don't see the fire in Dawkins that he will want to like work his like okay. It's a fire in Montez, like he wants his own independent run, right? But I don't know if you was watching I watched the Montez and Bianca thing, like that their TV show.
Oh yeah,
And
I'll
when
see
they
that on
started giving
Hulu.
him a little bit of the yeah, on Hulu. They was over here giving him like his own little push, but Dawkins was cool with not having a push. He just wanted just to do tag team. And I want both of them. I want to see both of them win, but I do think that each of their mindsets is in different parts of of their careers right now. Like right now, I think that they want to like Dawkins is cool with like being like the best tag team, and then Montez is like we could be the best tag team, but I want to be the best champion, and I think it's a different conversation. Like they're not having the same conversation.
So before I get to the last person on SmackDown, we have the Street Profits getting another title shot against the Wyatts. How do you see that ending? Do you see them? Do you see
I see.
Dawkins in frustration with Ford, or other way around? Do they just frustration boil over and they just brawl with each other? What do you think happens?
I see Ford being frustrated with Dawkins, and I feel like they break up. I don't see them winning the titles at all. I don't see them doing that, especially with all like the mind games and stuff that they've been playing on SmackDown. I don't see them winning the titles, but I see like maybe a slip up happening. Maybe Uncle Howdy is like trying to get in one of their ears, and they lose, and somebody get pissed. Probably Montez, or maybe Dawkins. Maybe they're gonna turn him heel.
Yeah, I'm very interested in that one. And the last one, Sami Zayn, the current United States champion, doing open challenges every week.
I would love to see Jacob Fatu dethrone Sami Zayn.
Hmm.
I know he got his own little thing going on right now with Drew McIntyre, which I'm all here for. I like the two big men. That's cool. I'm cool for that. I'm happy about that. But I think that it's about time Jacob Fatu get that title. I think it's long overdue.
I mean, he had his run with it. I think they're going to push him towards that main event slot. I don't see him winning back that U.S. title. Not right now. I feel like after he's done dealing with Drew, he's probably going to want to end up facing Cody.
You think they're gonna push him against Cody?
I could see it. I mean, the dude's good. He's athletic. He's a big guy that can move. He could talk. I mean, if you want to give Cody somebody different to face, Jacob Fatu is somewhat different, and they do have a history with when he was facing Solo.
Yeah, they can pull from that. I don't know. I feel like they would just have to really like put those pieces together because right now I can't see them doing it, but it's not impossible,
I
obviously.
don't mean, and I'm not saying this as that this is going to be like
Like anytime soon or anything. You're saying just
Survivor
like yearly,
Series, but I mean maybe Royal Rumble.
which is like January, February.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So we have Crown Jewel this week coming up. 5 matches per use. They may add another one on SmackDown. I doubt it. Um, let's see. We got Roman versus Bronson Reed in an Australian street fight, aka a street fight in Australia. Who do you think wins?
It doesn't matter who wins because the Vision is still going to beat Roman up.
Yeah, that's okay.
Who
Um,
do you think is going to win?
I am right now kind of leading Bronson Reed. One, because it's in Australia. Two,
That's his
the
own thing.
when Roman and them were in the back, Jay was like, "Yeah, I got you," and Roman's like, I don't need help from you." I could see Jay, maybe Braun Breaker gets involved. Obviously, will get involved. Jay will come out and it will somehow cost Roman the match, so it will put kind of a strain on Roman and Jay's relationship now because he told Jay to stay out of his business.
I can see that, but I feel like even if Roman was to win, I don't think Roman's gonna win. But even if he was to win, they're still gonna just do the whole thing they do at every pay per view, every Monday Night Raw, win or lose or draw, they are going to still win at the end. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We got AJ Styles versus John Cena. Last time
We
ever.
could just we could just say the same thing at the same time. We know who's gonna win this match.
John Cena.
John Cena. And they just pointed out a statistic that he would have won if he wins this match. He would win 100 matches on pay-per-views. And the only other person who has done that is the Undertaker, winning 107. So when they point out statistics like that,
No, that's true. That's absolutely true. What else we got? We got Stephanie, the current women's world champion, versus Tiffany Stratton, who is undefeated this year for the Crown Jewel Championship. Who do you think wins?
I think Tiffy Time wins. I don't think they're gonna
Mmm.
have her losing, and I don't think they're gonna have her losing until she loses the belt.
Mmm. Mmm. That's an interesting
Mm.
thought.
What you
Um.
think? Obviously,
Well,
obviously, you think it's Stephanie Velcro.
at 7 o'clock. Did you hear Booker T say her name like last week on Raw? When he was like 7 o'clock.
Nah. On commentating.
Yeah. Oh man.
Nobody's
So
saying that girl name right.
so I mean, as of recording, it's Tuesday, so my predictions is probably going to change. But I think Stephanie should win. But you do make a very interesting point about Tiffany not losing until she loses the title. That is interesting.
And it was supposed to be to Jay, but then she got a whole face busted open. That whole joint, and
Yeah, I'm not sure about that match yet. Okay. Next we have Rhea Ripley, who's also from Australia. She will be teaming up with Io versus the Kabuki Warriors, Kyrie and Asuka, or as Booker T, or as Wade would say, Asuka.
All right, let me tell you how I picture this happening.
Okay.
Rhea and Io is going to win, right? Asuka is going to berate Kyrie. Kyrie is going to be done with because Kyrie just smacked. Asuka just smacked Kyrie yesterday on Raw. Kyrie is going to be tired of it, and she's going to hit Asuka back. Just call me a WWE writer. Like WWE
That's
is WWE. Is that you? You want to call? Like is that you calling me?
I could see that happening, not at Crown Jewel, but I could
You
definitely
think
see
that
that
Crown
happening.
Jewel?
Huh?
You think they're going? You think they're going? Like drag it out?
They won't do it right now because you still have the women's War Games match that they're going to do at some point, and I would presume Asuka and Kyrie would be on the heel side along with two other heels or whatever, how many they're going to do, and they're probably going to face Rhea,
Yeah.
Stephanie, Io, and whoever. But I can't see that happening, but not just yet. And the main event, I would assume, is Seth Rollins, the World Heavyweight Champion, versus Cody Rhodes, the WWE Disputed Championship, because there's another title, which makes it disputed. Anyway, who do you think wins?
I think now that you bring up the whole Brock thing, I could see where Brock can come out and boom, his music come out and then distract Cody and then Seth wins or Seth steals it or something like that, or the official is knocked out and then Seth wins and Brock causes the the distraction or whatever and then Cody loses. So I could see it like that. I can also see it like Cody winning, and then no, I can't see it like that. Not right now. I was about to say I can see Cody winning, and then they then like the Vision starts to like look at Seth weird and be like, "Oh, you're supposed to be our leader, and you couldn't even beat Cody Rhodes." But I don't really see that. I can see the other way first. So
Well,
basically, Seth Rollins winning and Cody
you
losing.
make a good point though. I mean, if you think about it, if Seth losing also creates a very interesting story, like you just said, because there's so much pressure for Seth to win that he puts too much pressure on himself and loses. And
And lose.
let's say Bronson beats Roman Reigns earlier in the night. Bronson's gonna look at him like, "Damn, dude, you could beat Cody
I
Rhodes."
beat him. You can't even beat him.
Right, like
Mm-hmm.
technically, Bronson does have a win over Cody and Randy Orton on SmackDown. I mean, that's that could be an interesting route.
They could. But then I feel like that's going to create the little fractures in their faction. And do you think they're going to try to fracture the faction now?
I think if you plant seeds, because you planted a lot of seeds, if you do it that way, because you have the Paul Heyman thing as well, as he said before, is like maybe I should have stuck with Roman Reigns. They could circle back to Roman and Paul Heyman being together against Seth, because Seth is not in control of the division like he thinks he is.
So which one you think? Because you know you're going to flip flop back and forth all day.
I'm just trying to put the stories out there where it makes sense for both sides. Right now, I'm gonna go with Seth, but that'll probably change more than likely. We'll see what happens on SmackDown. Anyway, I got one more game for you before you go. I am going to give you 5 people again, and you're to give me your honest opinion about them overall.
Okay, you gonna get honesty out of me, baby. Ain't no in between. I'm gonna be honest about everything.
All right. All right. First person we're going to say is Drew McIntyre.
I think he's a crybaby.
Becky Lynch.
I'm not a fan of this character. I like the man Becky Lynch better than whoever this person is with this weird random music. WWE has to do better with their theme music too. I don't really like any of these new theme musics. They're stupid.
Yes. Oh, I don't disagree with you on that one at all. I think I had a conversation on the last guest about
I,
entrance music.
I
Yeah,
saw about their
that's
music. I saw
yeah,
the episode. It's like WWE isn't even putting no money into their music like they
they're
used to. Like
not
I think you said like you used to like hear music and knew exactly who it was. Now I hear the music, I'm like, who the heck is coming out? Like I don't know
facts.
who these people is.
Facts. Sami Zayn.
Look, I be showing you. I be watching your stuff. I don't know if you be thinking I watch it, but I watch it.
I appreciate you. I support your stuff too. I got you.
I know. I see. I love it. I love it.
Sami Zayn.
I love his passion he evokes, but I'm not a Sami Zayn fan. I don't understand like the all, and I get it. Like he is a good wrestler and stuff, but who does he remind me of? Jesus Christ, I'm trying to think. It's like an old wrestler where they always was like I don't know. I once it comes to
Hmm.
me, I'm gonna let you know. But I'm not a big. I'm not a Sami Zayn fan.
I'm not either. I don't dislike. I'm just not like ooh Sami Zayn. But I will say I do enjoy his open challenges. I will give him that. I have enjoyed
Yeah,
that.
yeah. It's not John Cena, but it's cool.
Yeah. Ray Phoenix.
I'm tired of them having to put. I like he's good athletic wise, like his brother, but they don't have him talking.
I don't think
So
his
how are we supposed
English
to
is
build
as
his
good
character?
as. I don't think his English is that good. At least not as
I
good as
need,
Penta.
yeah, but even I just don't think he has a character yet. I think he's just a great tag team champion. He's not a champion yet, but you know what I mean, like a tag team
Hmm.
person. He's
Yeah,
not like Penta is like he got that pizzazz. But I think Ray Phoenix is good in the ring. Like, but obviously we know that they both are good in the ring. It's just more so like there's no personality. I can get on board with him like his wrestling ability, match quality, but I can't get on board with the character because I don't know what the character is.
fair.
A,
That's
a,
absolutely fair.
a luchador. That's it. Like, what else?
Okay, and last one we'll do is El Grande Americano. Now I know Victor's going to see this. He's going to get excited. He's going to hope I ask him this question on the next episode. We'll see. But what do you think of Mr. El Grande Americano?
I don't like Grande Americano. This is
We're
this
working
is
on it. We're
cultural
working on it.
appropriation to the end. No, we're not working on anything. You've been trying to smooth me over with the Dominic Mysterio. You're trying to really
It's
get me to
working
smooth
though.
over
It's
with this whole
the Dominic one
no.
is working. People have seen it. Like, yeah,
I
she's
can.
understanding. It's working.
Well, I'm sorry, Victor. If you watch the end of this episode, I do not like Grande Americano. Whoever it is, Ludwig Kaiser, Shorty
Allegedly.
Chad Gable, Shorty G,
Allegedly.
whoever it is.
It's you gotta say allegedly because this is not proven. We don't want to falsely accuse.
Allegedly.
But thank you.
Allegedly.
Anyway, That was fun as always. Is there anything else you would like to tell the people as we wrap up? And hopefully, next time we talk, we could talk about what happened at the Crown Jewels. I'll call it Palooza.
Yes, I am still boycotting ESPN Plus. Woo! And I always say the same thing. Follow me on TikTok at Speaking with Sha. Follow me on Instagram at Speaking with Sha. I think I'm gonna start a new well, it's not new, a oldie but a goodie, Wrestling Wednesdays with Sha. So like if you guys like to hear real time talking, Monday I do Monday Night Raw. I'm gonna try to do Wrestling Wednesdays with Sha. Friday, I always do Friday Night SmackDown. And then in between, I talk about wrestling whenever I do my skincare, my hair, and my makeup. So, if you like at least getting 3 videos a week of content for wrestling in real time, you can always follow me on TikTok at Speaking with Sha, SHA.
Yes, and I guess I would like to say this as well. Congratulations.
Thank
Yeah, I know
you.
you said you were getting married in like 9 days or so. So I wanted to make sure to say congratulations publicly, and I hope everything works out well for the both of you. And it's very much a successful day.
Thank you. Thank you. I hope so. And check out The Rock. I'm about to add to the stack.
Be proud.
Jay-Z said that rock on the finger like a tumor. She can't fit her hand in her new purse.
Anyway, thank you all. Thank you again. And stay safe, stay blessed. And remember, Speaking with Shaw is now becoming a dirty Dominic Mysterio fan. Woo!
I'm going to let you have it this time. I'm going to let you have it.
All right. That was good.